All right, hello. My name's Aaron. Gotta get this in a better position. So, yeah, a bit of an impromptu lesson, tutorial, whatever. I'm a little sick, a little tired. It's been a long week. So, but somebody requested Georgia Moon, a Shakey Graves song. I love that song. Originally, I thought it was a little bit more simple than anticipated, but it is open to much interpretation. If you just look at the chords, you kind of just end up playing it like this. Which works. Maybe doing 85, going north on 81. But you can also add a little bit of rhythmic variation with your chords. You can leave chords out and stuff like that. Like, for example, each verse is each line of the verse, when you look at the chords, it starts and ends on C. If you watch Shakey Graves do it, sometimes he holds F, especially on like the second and third third lines of the verse, mostly the second. So I'll just get into it, and I'll show you what I do, show you what you can do, and there are probably a million other ways that you can also do this. So that's one little. So the verse chords are C, which is the third fret of your A string, second fret of your D string, open G, first fret of your B string, open E string, which is C, D, G, C, E, C major triad. Then you're going to E7, which is a cool little addition to the song because it's not really in key, but you know, accidentals exist and they can be fun and cool, and this one is. So you got your open E, second fret of your A string, open D string, that's your minor seventh, G sharp, which is the first fret of your G string, open B, then open E again. So E, B, D, G sharp, B, E. It's a very cool chord. I like that chord, especially in the context of this song. So, and then it goes to F. You can play it a couple different ways. You can kind of invert it like this. You can play it with that open E string. So I'll go over the most, I don't want to say the most basic, because I think this actually sounds the best in the song. This is the best way to play F in the song to me, which is just the full bar of F. If you just play, it's basically just an E chord and moved up a fret with the first fret barred. So you're barring across your whole first fret, and then you got second fret G string fretted, and your third frets of your A and D string fretted, and everything else is taken care of by your bar. So you got first fret of your low E string, and the first fret of your B and high E strings. So bar chords are an important part of guitar playing. So I think it is good to get good at them if you're not already, especially if you're playing a lot of standard stuff. It's good to know your bar chords. You can open up a lot of different genres and different sounds fairly easily. They can be kind of difficult at first, mostly due to just wrist and hand strength. They can be kind of annoying and cause a lot of fatigue, but if you get good at them, it's worthwhile. So, and then it ends on C. The verses end on C usually. So you can play it straightforward, separate all the chords out evenly, or you can kind of do this. So doing 85, going north. That was a mess up. I'm not super familiar with the song. I'd actually never learned this song before, so. Doing 85, going north on 81. Won't see my baby till the rising of the sun. Tennessee keeps warning me if I lose it, I might lose it. Shine on, Georgia moon. shadows. So there, you're going to D minor for the little chorus thing. Going D minor, which is first fret E string. Well, let's start from the top. Second fret of your G string. First fret of your B string. I had that backwards. Second fret of your G string, third fret of your B string, first fret of your your high E string, and then D is your bass note. I wouldn't really use your top two bass strings. It'll start to sound a little weird. And then G, I play a G pretty milk toast. It looks like he's playing like the full G when he's playing it. I just do third fret at both E strings to get that G. You can also play like this: third fret at both E strings, as well as second fret on your A string and third fret on your B string. And what that's doing is it's just giving you like a different amount of the notes in the chord and in different places. So in this version that I'm playing, you still get all the notes. You get G, D, G, B, G, which is a C minor triad. I'm also muting this with this finger, the A string, muting my A string with my middle finger, which is fretting the third fret of the E string, so I don't get that unnecessary A. But if you play like this, your B has been moved up here to your A string because it's the second fret of your A string, and then you're playing another D on the third fret of your B string. So you're kind of just playing a different voicing of the same triad. I like this one. I like the more open notes. I like the B down there, because B is the third, and I like how when it rings out here instead of here. I don't know why, but the third is invariably like the most important part of a chord, except for, well, yeah, pretty much the third. The root is somewhat important, but even when you get into like more advanced playing, you'll find chords that just omit the root and use the third. Like if you're playing an extended chord, like if you're getting into jazz or something, sometimes only the third and the seventh will be played, because that's like the entire essence of a seventh chord. And then you can build around those a lot easier, and more variably, I guess would be the correct way to say it. Not necessarily easier, but there's a lot more room for improvisation and interesting note choice. So, yeah, D minor, G, however you want to play it, and then you do this quick like D, G, C. So, and I honestly don't even I usually don't even get my pinky down on that third fret of the E string. I just hit G at the third fret of my E string, open G, and then B, because it's the root and the third, which are the important notes. Yeah, I don't necessarily worry about getting that D, which is the fifth. When you have enough G's, like you don't need a third G down at the high E string. Then C. The guitar's a little out of tune. I don't know where. Give me a second. But yeah, mess around with the song and the chord timings, because it's kind of open to interpretation, as are most songs. It's something that's always fun and that you'll find is that you can kind of mess around with any song. There it is. Yeah, just mess around with it and the chord timings. I'm not an expert at this song. I might have learned it a really long time ago, but I definitely forgot it. Whoops. there's a slight variation at after verse 2, or no, after verse 3, you're playing like this little bridge. So I'll go ahead and play that, which starts the verse 3, same verse chords. So loosen up the lid and open up the throttle. You wanna see the light? We'll go and find it in a bottle. 'Cause when I'm sipping on a jar, the road ain't quite so long. So shine on, Georgia blue, shine on. That last part was just nonsense. And it looks like there is an instrumental break, so like, 'cause when I'm sipping on the jar, the road ain't quite so long. So shine on, Georgia moon, shine on. So what's going on there is they're the same chords as your chorus. Actually, not sure why I guess they're just calling it a bridge because there are different lyrics. So, 'cause when I'm sipping D minor on a jar, G, the road D minor ain't quite so long. Then G and C, and then the instrumental break is just E7, F, back to E7, C, and then you're going into the final iteration of the chorus. So yeah, that's the whole song, really. Like I said, it's very open to interpretation, so mess around with it. Mess around with the chord rhythms. Watch him do it too. That'll help, because he does a lot of interesting chord rhythms as well. There's places where he plays it live. The recording is a little different than like his live recordings. But yeah, it's a really good song. Just know the chords and mess around with them. It's a funny tidbit is one of his live recordings, he talks about why they wrote the song, and essentially wrote it while they were driving drunk, or talking about driving drunk. I don't know if they're actually driving drunk to New York, and they wrote a song about moonshine called Georgia Moon. So I thought that was kind of funny. Anyway, thanks. Hope this helps. If not, let me know. If you want me to do other stuff, let me know. I might. I always like this song, so I figured I would go ahead and learn it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be messing with it in the chord rhythms in the coming future. So, yeah, hope it helped. Anything else? No, don't think so. Okay. Have a good one.